In today's video, I'll be doing a full tutorial on how to create GPTs. So let's go ahead and get started. And make sure you watch this video until the end because I'll be revealing a GPT that actually allows you to explore and find hundreds and even thousands of GPTs just by asking it to find you specific GPTs for specific use cases, which can be a great resource to help you find ideas for GPTs. But before we get into that, let's actually talk about how you can create a GPT. Now, when you head over to ChatGPT, you need to have a GPT Plus account in order to be able to create GPTs. Just hit Explore, and then you can head over to create a GPT. You'll also be able to see the GPTs that you've created and how many times they've been used. I've created a couple of GPTs, and my most popular GPT has been used over 300 times. So let's go ahead and hit Create a GPT. When you're in the GPT Builder, there's two main ways in which you can create your GPT. One is going to be the configure function, which is a little bit more difficult, but we'll go through both methods. And one is the create mode, which guides you with the GPT Builder built into ChatGPT. Using the GPT Builder makes it a lot easier for you to create your GPT compared to actually going ahead and creating your own GPT using the configure mode. So there's really two ways in which you can go about doing so, but the easiest way is to actually start with the GPT Builder because it allows you to create your GPT much quicker because it'll actually go ahead and fill out the instructions, the descriptions, and the name for your GPT all automatically. So the first thing that we need to enter is what is the GPT in which we would like to create. So we need to be as descriptive as possible and tell the GPT Builder what we're trying to create. So let's say, for example, we wanted to create a GPT that shares the latest news in AI so users can be up to date and informed in the AI space. So essentially, we would like to create a bot that will give us all of the latest information about AI. So for the name, how about we call it AI News Tracker? That's a pretty good name. So we can say yes, or we can actually go ahead and tell it to name it something else. But AI News Tracker seems to be a great name. Now, what the GPT is going to do now, it's actually going to go ahead and generate a profile picture for that specific name. So this is pretty cool because I believe it will use DALL-E 3 to create that image for us. So it's used DALL-E 3 to create the profile image, but I don't really like this image. It has AVS, which I don't really like because it doesn't really portray AI News Tracker. So I can say no, recreate if I don't like the image. And as you can see, it will recreate that image for us. So it's really intuitive and very easy to make your own GPT. ChatGPT has done a really good job at creating a very easy to use builder. Okay, so here's a new profile picture for the AI News Tracker. It's created in pop art style. It's bold and dynamic, designed to represent AI and news. I think this is awesome. So we can say yes, this works, and this will be updated as our profile picture for this specific GPT. So now that we have our profile picture, the GPT will now try to refine the context for the AI News Tracker. So we'll start by discussing its roles and its goals. So what specific types of AI news would you like the AI News Tracker to focus on? For example, should it cover advancements in AI technology, any specific AI industries, ethical considerations, or something else? I've told the GPT Builder that I would like it to track all of the AI news specifically, and I also wanted to track the advancements in AI, LLMs, and breaking news from the top AI companies. So again, you can refine this to whatever you like when it comes to using your own specific GPT, but it's nice when you use the Builder because it actually poses questions that you may not have thought about and actually allows you to refine and improve the overall effectiveness of the GPT in which you're building. So let's go ahead and enter this. So I wanted to focus on specific things, and as you can see, it's updating the GPT. And if we head over to the configure section, once it's complete, you'll see that it's actually updating it live in real time as we are going through the specific builder. Okay, so it's all set up. Now it's going to discuss what should be emphasized or avoided in its interactions. For instance, would you like AI News Tracker to prioritize certain types of news sources or avoid specific topics? Okay, so now it's been updated. Now it's asking us to discuss what should be emphasized or avoided in its interactions. For instance, would you like the AI News Tracker to prioritize certain types of news sources or to avoid specific topics? So again, we're getting very deep, we're getting very refined so that we can make sure that our AI is using the right guidelines to get the best outputs for our specific GPT. I've told it that you can use all of the news sources and be as impartial as you can. Just provide the information when asked. And again, as you can see, it's updating the builder. So you can really work through any kinks and you can really iron out any issues that your GPT may have and really refine it when you're using the GPT Builder. Now it's asking us some more questions in which we can follow. For example, how detailed should the news summaries be, and how should it handle questions outside of its expertise in AI news? So I've told it to be as detailed as possible, and when asked for questions outside of AI news, just simply refer the user to ChatGPT instead. So again, we're just building through our GPT. We're making sure that we kind of have our bases covered when it comes to inputs and when it comes to outputs. So again, if I head over to configure, as you can see here, the instructions are being updated as we are creating our GPT. So this saves us a lot of time because the name has been inputted, the description has been inputted, but most importantly, the instructions have been inputted by ChatGPT, and we have some conversation starters. We can also upload some of our knowledge. So if you have specific knowledge that we would like to upload, we can do so, and then we can choose if you want web browsing, if you want DALL-E 3 and the code interpreter to be used in this GPT. So of course we're going to have web browsing. We can use DALL-E 3 image generator as well, but we wouldn't really need it for this specific GPT, and we don't really need code interpreter. So as you can see, when you're using the builder, it's really cool and easy to use because it's already being updated on the back end. Okay, so now we can ask it any question in which we like, and they've posed an example question which we can ask, which is, what is the latest news in AI technology? So again, I can pop that into ChatGPT. As we can see, it is doing research. It's searching the latest AI technology news of 2023. And as you can see here, it's giving us the latest news from generative AI rapid growth, Intel's next generation processors. And these are some of the major developments. And if we click on the actual quotations here, we will be taken over to the website. So we can actually go ahead and read through that source for ourselves. So let's go ahead and try to ask it a more detailed question and see what the output quality is like. I've asked it, what is the latest AI news of December of 2023? And from a quick search, here is what they discovered. Meta's next generation smart glasses, IBM's advances in quantum computing, new AI in labor partnership, Mistral's AI funding milestone, Google's Pixel AI powered updates. So as you can see here, we're getting some pretty good updates, and it's very quick. It's very easy to use. And again, if you want to explore any of those sources, we can click on the quotations and it will actually take us directly over to that website. So if you want to save this, we can hit save, and then we can save this as anyone with the link can use this GPT, or we can actually go ahead and make this GPT public. So I'll make it public, why not? And I'll also leave a link for this GPT in the description below. This is what your GPT will look like on the ChatGPT interface. So again, what we can do is we can tell it to summarize the latest breaking AI news. It's going to do some research with Bing, and here is a roundup of some of the latest significant developments of AI. Google's Duet AI for developers, trends and predictions for AI in 2024. And as you can see here, there's a lot of information here about Google, MongoDB, Google's Gemini model, which just came out. So that will be free until the end of January 2024, after which it will cost $19 per month to use. So again, we're getting some really good information here that's concise, easy to read, and we can stay up to date with all of the advancements in AI by using a GPT like this. So that's how you can create GPTs using the GPT Builder. As you can see, it's very intuitive. It's very easy to use, and all you have to do is follow a couple of instructions, a couple of prompts, and you can create your own unique GPT. Now let's go ahead and talk about the GPT that I mentioned earlier in today's video, which allows you to be able to find other GPTs that people have created, which can be a huge resource for you to use to find ideas for your own GPT. It's called 22,500 or 22,500 of the best custom GPTs by SEO AI. So all you have to do is ask it to find me a GPT for whatever use case you have. So find me a GPT for Facebook ads. It will actually go ahead and search up Google and find GPTs that were already created for specific use cases. So what you can do is you can do research and find that if there's a popular GPT or a GPT that you have in mind, you can quickly do a search on this GPT and find and see if there's a GPT that's already out there, use it, and you can find a way for you to improve that GPT. That could be a great opportunity for you. So we see that there's Facebook ad copy GPTs, there's Facebook ads primary text GPTs, there's a meta GPT, and so on. So again, all you have to do is ask it to give me the best GPTs for realtors. And again, as you can see here, it will give me GPTs that were already created for that specific use case. So you can do some competitive research, or if you want to find a GPT for yourself, this can be a good way of finding a GPT in which you can use. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something new. If you did, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, stay well.